Hello, my loves, and welcome back. We are here talking about gate 45, the gate of the gatherer.
Yes.
My sister has this gate. This gate is a very regal energy. This is like king, queen energy. This is somebody who just naturally has authority.
Mm-hmm.
They attract all sorts of resources.
So let's pause and define resources for a second.
Sure.
So resources in the not original context, but in the like evolutionary context and kind of how this where the energy originally came from. Resources are anything that would help us survive and thrive as humans. So that could be money, it could be food, it could be, weapons, it could be people, it could be land. Resources is very, very broad. So when you think about it in the old way, resources is really broad. And now resources has probably evolved a little bit. It could also mean technology, money, time, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, back in the day, it was like food. Who
Yeah.
had the food? Because we
He
need
who
to
had the
eat.
food was the winner.
Yeah, and so this energy is actually given to people who have this like internal drive to take care of their community. So like when you think of like a really good queen,
Mm-hmm.
this is somebody who manages the resources. She's the voice of her people. She listens to what they have to say. She gathers everything that she needs, and she uses her regal authority and her ability to have resources to be able to give. This is why the voice of this gate is I have, or more accurately, we have. Because they in high vibration, they really embody this we have. I remember my sister has this, and in college, we were broke college kids, right?
Of course.
And I very distinctly remember we went to Costco. We had just gotten our first apartment together. And we went to Costco, you need all the things, toilet paper and paper
$1,000
towels.
later.
And exactly. And so we're packing everything up, and I'm like looking at the cart and I'm panicking because I'm like, I don't know that I have half of what we're putting in this cart. And I remember, my sister is my younger sister, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's my younger sister looking at me, and she's like, don't worry, I got it. Because she's always been the type of person that if I have a dollar, we have a dollar, right? So that's in high vibration. It's like you just want to give and give and give and give. Now in low vibration, this looks like trying to control the resources. Yes. This looks like maybe being possessive of the money, possessive of the resources. Think of like a queen or a king that's taking advantage of their authority.
All of a sudden, their kingdom seems like such peasants beneath them.
Exactly.
The hierarchy just like stretches.
Exactly. So this is somebody who's going to they're not really stepping into their ownership. And that can show up in two ways. So recessive, which is I bottle this shadow inside, that looks like, oh, I'm not very good. Oppressed from the hierarchy. Even though they were designed to be on the top of that hierarchy, they let themselves be squashed down. And this is a manifesting channel.
Yep.
My sister is also a manifestor.
Yes.
So this is like really big for her. And what's interesting about a manifestor is when somebody squashes your throat, you have thyroid issues. This is actually energy that comes through the thyroid.
Yeah.
And my sister's throat was so restricted when she was younger that she had thyroid cancer at 14, had her thyroid removed.
It's all the energy is connected. The way that all of this shows up, not just energetically, but physically, mentally, emotionally.
Yes. Yeah, it's like that energy is not getting out. We see it with houses. If, your electricity in here works because it's grounded.
Right.
But if it wasn't grounded, then you had energy running through the house. You have all these sparks and possibly fires and things of that nature. And so when we don't exude the energy the way that we were designed to do it and express it the way that we were designed, it sits in us and makes us sick.
Yeah.
So, and then it could be reactive as well. Instead of like being like, oh, I'm a victim of the hierarchy, it could be the opposite. I'm obsessed with hierarchy. I will be the one in control, authoritative, telling everybody what to do.
Yep.
So, it's like you have to find that balance between owning the fact that you have this queen energy and that resources will naturally flood to you in high vibration, but make sure that you're, using that for the community, using that for the kingdom.
So one way that I have coached clients to move from the shadow to the gift in this particular gate is to find some community service work to do. Find a project where you can give that you really love. this gate wants to give. So even if you're not in a financial position necessarily to give at that very moment, you can give in other ways. You can give of your time, of your energy, of your love, and finding ways to give re-triggers. It's almost like it recalibrates that gate.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it can really be an easy way to do something that will help bring you back into alignment.
That's a great suggestion, especially if you don't maybe have the resources yet.
Yeah.
Because you have this internal drive to give them, but if you don't have them, you're like, you can go to somewhere else that already has the resource and just donate your time to be able to give them. Yeah. One thing just a little tip that I'll give for this is, because this gate is such an I want to give gate, sometimes it can attract people who are like, you want to give?
Oh yeah, this is an excellent point.
And they just want to take and take and take from you. So it's very important to also use the voice of, we don't have, meaning, I love you, but we don't have that right now, or we don't have the money for this right now, or we don't, being able to be the queen and take care of your people also means that you have to have some type of a, money management in place so that you're not just foolishly spending what the kingdom needs.
And I think there's even a distinction within we don't have, because you could still have it. You could have the resources, whether that's the food or the money or the time or whatever the thing is. But as the queen or the king, the way that this energy is set up, right, as the leader, it's your responsibility to take care of the kingdom at all costs. And so sometimes that means making a decision between, holding money for a better opportunity, or holding resources for a better opportunity, or redistributing in a different way. I know for me, there are periods in my life where it's been hard to say no. So one way to manage that is not necessarily no, but not right now.
Yeah.
Or having an understanding of where else the resources might be distributed.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that my sister's really been focusing on recently is, how does she teach people in her kingdom to also produce resources? So that it's not always on her, right? And when we think about it in this way, I think of that old saying, you can teach a man to fish, or you can give him a fish.
Yeah. Okay. That's Gate 45, Queen Energy. We'll see you with the next one. Love you. Mean it. Bye. Bye. Put it in the notes below.
This has been another episode of Our Throat series, an entire series that we have dedicated to teaching you guys about the different gates inside of our throat and the energy that exists inside of those gates, so that you guys can become more confident in the way that you use your voice on this planet. If you've enjoyed this episode, we highly suggest that you make your way to our website and check out the
throat workbook that we put together specifically for you to contemplate as you move through the gates in your own throat, the gates of those around you, as you look to better understand your design and how you can interact and relate more to those around you. We love you so much. We're so excited that you're here with us. We can't wait to hear about how you elevate yourself and those around you by learning your human design.
I love the fact that you just supported me when I couldn't find my voice.
That's what we're here
Isn't
for.
that so fitting for this entire series? We love you guys.
Love you, mean it. Bye.
We hope today's show resonated with you. If you want to be the first to hear about our upcoming shows, make sure you follow the Soul Led Duo podcast on YouTube and wherever you catch your podcasts. Check out darcyandsarah.com for show notes, your free human design chart, and other goodies. And we'll catch you next time. Love you, mean it. Bye.